Three Sisters. I was quite taken by the aesthetic quality in both its classic but also experimental vision. The black and white added this layer of intrigue in the shadow and light, and also added a nice effect to the layering treatment they did to it, um, and really allowed the dancers' movements, but also the facial expressions to come into light with the shadow play on their faces as well. And I think that was really effective for creating an atmosphere and a tone, and really getting across the emotional gravity.
Um, I really like Three Sisters. I thought it was very haunting and like but like in an intentional way. Like it definitely gave Halloween vibes, which I think was the filmmaker's intention. It definitely was interesting, and I was trying to figure it out and trying to make sense of what I was seeing, and it had me asking questions, which I think is effective filmmaking. You know, you draw the audience in. Um, Also, I really like the style of it. With like, it definitely gave like old timey early film history, like footage of like actualities, like how like 1890s style, early 1900s, pre Birth of a Nation style. So I really liked it. Well done.
Three Sisters. I thought this was really interesting. I really liked how they were moving, like the movement that they had, and how they were interacting with each other. I thought was really kind of interesting how you could see the dynamic between the three, and then how it was filmed. I thought was so intriguing, and how it looked this kind of like really grainy quality, but obviously intentionally and almost like overlaid as they were kind of doing different things and transitioning. I thought it was really beautiful and just really captivating to watch.
This is for the short film Three Sisters. Um, it was a very cool style of film. I really liked it a lot. It made me feel like this was something kind of found and was being played, like found from years ago and now being played in the current time. And I wasn't sure what the meaning of it was, but I liked being on the ride of trying to figure it out. The black and white was super cool. The effects were cool. It just all had sort of a dark tone to it. Um, I'm sure everyone can kind of come up with their own interpretation for each of the sisters and kind of the meaning of the whole thing. There was the mask with the X on it, so it could mean, you know, females who are not allowed to speak, kind of feeling like you're not allowed to speak, or somebody was repressed for some reason. Um, and then I didn't really understand the patch over the one woman's eye and who she was supposed to be, and but it did just keep me questioning and wondering and curious and wanting more, which I think is great. So good job to everyone, and I'd love to see another piece kind of getting into more depth about these sisters, but good job and good luck.
This was a really interesting piece. I don't know a lot about dance. That didn't matter at all for this piece. The dance was there, but the choice to do all that interesting camera work and editing work, whether it was double exposures or I'm not even sure what techniques were used, they did it to great effect. It really just brought what could have been a very static and simple dance piece to another level. So I really enjoyed this one. Hats off to everyone involved. Great work.
Three Sisters. The film look, like the film grainy look that it was shot in, makes it appear like a period or like a silent film of, you know, an older age. So I don't know if that was the way it was shot or if that was some sort of filter placed on it. But it definitely gave that film grain look. Uh, I love how they use movement to express emotion and to express this idea of being distraught. The mask, it seems like one of them was wearing a mask similar to the mask we wore during COVID, and made me wonder if this is some sort of ode to the that time, the pandemic, and or just to bring you to where times are now? Or is it to represent the idea of silence or silencing someone? You know, because masks used to have different connotations before this pandemic. And now I see a mask, I'm automatically thinking COVID. And they put the mask before them were, you know, they had different meanings. And maybe this is like, I have a mask over my mouth because I am being silenced, or I am not allowed to speak my mind, or I'm being restricted. And all of that still is the case with the pandemic as well. But I think that when I see the mask now, my mind automatically is going to go to, okay, this is an ode to COVID. What does this have to do with the three sisters? And it felt a little bit disjointed. But then again, if the mask had some other meaning, you know, then it could have all tied in. So it was just, maybe it was the type of mask being so similar to the mask that we've been wearing, had me wondering what that all meant. But beautiful movement for sure. Love the imagery.